Alright guys, you those who are wrestling lovers, we know WWE is only that we all talk about wrestling, but it is something I saw on social media, which is soft ground wrestling.
There are no bright lights, jumbotron or spectator stands here, but these wrestlers can still drive a crowd wild.
They are our people. We love what they do.
I grew up watching WWE. I come here to watch my own Ugandans making these moves.
But like something is amazing. It's like something surprising to me. Watch this and see. I meet the founder of SGW, Bombash,
aka VJ Bombash, a creative genius with a low-level inhibition.
Wrestling, that those days that we used to know wrestling only happened in the Western world. Now, wrestling is happening in Africa, in Uganda, Kampala.
I presumably I loved wrestling from way back when I was 6 years old.
From the founder himself mouth, it's like that these are orphans, some are dropped out, some are from no different places, and this thing is happening in Uganda. Here is GF channel. Follow, like, comment my page, follow my page if you are on YouTube, subscribe to my channel.
My mom used to beat me up for loving professional wrestling and watching TV so much. Now, come the year 2010, I started selling movies in my my village, Mutungo, Kampala, Uganda. I opened up a video library, started selling movies, and in the event of selling translated movies, I opted for an option of selling wrestling because I loved wrestling. I started selling English wrestling, but then the nomenclature of wrestling was too hard for people. What I had to do is to start translating this wrestling, to put it in the local language, Luganda, for people to have a comprehensive approach towards this kind of sport. Nevertheless, wrestling is a combat sport that involves grappling type techniques. In Uganda, it is not so vibrant like in other countries. So given the fact that the entertainment scheme of Uganda is full of football and the music scene, I said, no, I have to fight for wrestling. So I went ahead to start translating wrestling, and in the year 2015, I got a job on a local TV station to present translated wrestling in the local language, Luganda.
It's not all glamour and adulation. Soft ground wrestling can really live up to its name.
Jump and execute!
Training can be tough and wet. The majority of the wrestlers here are orphans or were raised by a single parent. There are no salaries. They survive on donations.
So the peak of this translated wrestling anonymously got a very good gradient, and it got a very, very anonymous views. I started holding shows in local clubs like Club Obligato, that is Theatre La Bonita. I went to Akamwesi, and people started coming to watch me live translating the WWE and those international promotions wrestling. So when people came in huge numbers to come and watch that kind of wrestling, I said, wow, if I have this kind of support, how about if I start training this thing? I had a theme and a zeal to fight professional wrestling, but due to limited funds and the nature of our country, Uganda, I couldn't afford to fight professional wrestling. So I said no. I started using the small funds that I got from those shows to start training these young boys and girls. I came to Mukono Chirangira. Before COVID, that was the year 2020, I started up a scheme here. I rented out land at a $200 fee per month. It was a 2-acre piece of land. Then I started calling on people using the voice of the television to come out, those who want to come and train professional wrestling. To my surprise, mostly orphans and displaced people came to engage in this kind of sport. People who have dropped out of school, young boys and girls aged between 18 years and 25 years came to participate in this kind of wrestling. I was so perplexed. It put me into conundrum because very many parents discouraged some people to come and engage in my sport. However, I relentlessly agreed with some of them that it is only time that we can start training this kind of sport. Due to unlimited resources, without a ring, without medical, without housing, without shelter and everything, I started improvising. There is a bamboo forest over there. I said we can use this local bamboo, just as Aleman did. We improvise and we can get a pro wrestling ring. So I opted for a soft ground because I did not have the canvas. I did not have the real professional wrestling ring. So I opted for the soft ground as the nature of how we can come out with our sport of professional wrestling. To my surprise, these boys and girls, the young boys and girls, started to adopt to the soft ground. Yeah, so I started giving them the arithmetic accuracies of the moves, the signatures and finishing moves. I started giving them what is involved in professional wrestling. It was the year 2023, that was March 16th, when I made my debut here at soft ground. Initially it was a small piece of land, but because of this the landlord who planted these eucalyptus trees agreed to rent us a piece of land, a 2-acre piece of land. I started with shadow names like Apeka, Jordan Loverin, a few boys and girls who came up with a love for professional wrestling, and they started training as I was promoting them on a local TV station.
So I was wondering, don't these young people get injury? Because this is not a joke. It is really exchange your blows. It's not a joke. And this is what the founder said.
Afraid of people getting injured, but you know, wrestling, as I told you, grappling type techniques. So when you learn the technique, you can execute the technique at its utmost presentation. With the injury part of it, I cannot allow a young boy to execute or be involved in a fight without a minimal training of 8 months. Yes, to enter that ring, he or she has to have a training of 8 months. Yeah. Kind of sport, we have countries like Nigeria, countries like Ghana, Senegal. They have exported talents from their countries. We look at figures like Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods, Obafemi, who is in NXT. They are venturing in professional wrestling in the United States of America, and they're investing money repatriated in those countries way back home. So it is a big deal for these young boys and girls, for them to achieve glory to international wrestling promotions. Now, given the support we've been having, for example, we were donated last year a pro wrestling ring by a WWE undisputed champion, Cody Rhodes. He donated directly to soft ground wrestling, and he emphasized we should enter business in the right way. He offered a gift of a professional wrestling ring, meaning that when these young boys and girls, upon receiving that ring, they have to use it very well for him to see maybe he can export them to his academy.
Guys, drop your comments, your comments, like, share this particular video, and then, as I always say, now so live be.